How in the bloody hell are you blokes and shields? I'm Braden and this is Scale Australia. I got me the Mn82. It's a licensed Lc79 series Landcruiser from MN models. And the reason it's in this styrofoam box and not the regular retail box is because I got it off AliExpress, and sometimes I'll put it in a styrofoam box just to save you a couple of bucks. I also brought a set of stamped steel wheels from Endura and put them on my deadbolt, so I've got these brass wheels sitting around and the tyres off of them. These are the original tyres that come with those rims. I'm thinking we might unbox the cruiser, see what we get in the box, and then I've got a plan to try and fit these brass wheels. Let's crack her open and see what we got in the box, eh? So in the box it has some really good packing on the top and around the controller, and the car and all the bits are wrapped in some really fancy bags with the MN model logo on it. The controller feels a bit small for me to drive one-handed, but that's not much of a problem for a crawler anyways. It takes two AA batteries that go on the bottom, and on the top of the controller it has an on-off switch, a light switch, high and low throttle rate, and steering trim. In the little goodies bag you get a heap of scale bits like mirrors, snorkels and such, a charger, some decal stickers, an instruction book, and a little card that says some stuff. Now for the car itself. Comes in this beautiful bag like I mentioned earlier. It comes in this sandy yellow colour or a dark red one. It had a 1300 mAh lithium ion battery under the bonnet, and this 500 mAh one was zip tied up underneath like that. It cost me around 85 Aussie dollars, but they do give you an option of just getting one battery to save you a few quid. Everything underneath is plastic with an axle mounted servo, friction shocks in the front, and leaf springs as well as friction shocks in the rear. The doors don't open, but the bonnet and the tailgate do. The rubber on the tyres is very stiff, and so is the suspension. Time to slap all this stuff on there and take a wheel, and then we'll come back and see what we can do about them brass wheels. Not sure what was going on with my mic here, but I was basically explaining what you got to do is pull sticky stuff off the back of the glass, clip it into the mirror, and then there's a little film on the front. You peel it off and it'll give you a nice shiny finish. And I think it does matter which glass bit you've got for which mirror, so just be careful. And then here I was going to throw it all on there and do a really awesome transition like bang, oh look at that, wow, all the bits on the mirrors and shit like that, woohoo. Let's take a wheeling and see how she goes, and then we'll come back and see what we can do about them brass wheels. Alright, here we are on location. It's a beautiful spot, but it's a day. Let's try this thing out and see how it goes. Righto, we got Dex here with his SCX24 and Kai with his mum's WPL C14, and I got the Mn82. We're all going to go for a bit of a trail run.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be?
Okie dokie, we're back. I was going to let you know how it was going while we were out on the trail, but the rain was just wreaking havoc on my phone screen. It kept zooming it in and out and just exiting out of the footage altogether. So I thought I'd put together a bit of a montage and then tell you how it went when I got home. Like I said, the tyres are very stiff on it, so it doesn't get a lot of traction on slick surfaces. And the suspension's really stiff as well, so you don't get an awful lot of articulation, but it's not really designed to be a rock crawler, it's just a trail truck. Very happy with the way that all these mirrors and extras clip into the body. I was out there for probably about 45 minutes and had countless rollovers and tumbles and everything like that, and not a single thing unpopped out of the body. Very, very impressive. And the little mirrors are cool too. If you do end up rolling it onto its side, they'll just fold in. They don't actually break. So it's awesome. Now, it's not waterproof, so I probably wouldn't take it into the water like I did. I didn't submerge it, but it handled very well. It flicked a lot of water up underneath it, but I think it's this plastic design here that hides everything that saved it from getting too wet and actually breaking. For $85, you can't really go wrong. It's an extremely detailed rig. And to be honest with you, even though it's not the best, it is more capable than what I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to not have a lot of torque, and it does alright. It's not the best, but it is good. And I never really had any dramas with the steering as well, so that was awesome. Alright, I think it's time to try show you how I might put those brass wheels on, and then we'll slap them on here, take it out for another test drive and see if that makes any difference, because if I'm being honest with you, I think the tyres are what let this down the most. Okie dokie, now the first thing I did was I wrapped a piece of tape around this drill bit, just so I knew how deep I wanted to go with it. And then I drilled out the centre hole of this rim down to the tape. The reason I'm doing this is because the screws that hold the wheels on the Mn are not quite long enough to go through these brass wheels, so I'm drilling it out to sink the screw right down into it. You won't have to do this with every rim, it's just that these ones are designed to be very thick in the centre. Then I drilled out the centre of the 7mm plastic hex with a 4.5mm drill bit, and then inserted it back into the centre of the rim. Then I heated up a 5mm hex until it was hot enough to melt the plastic, and then I lined up the 7mm hex and pressed it into the center. Once it was set, I pulled it out, grabbed it with my pliers, almost knocked everything off of the table, grabbed it again, and then almost lost the hex. Poke the center out that you don't need, and then pull it out of the way. then place it back into the rim. Then just assemble the tyres onto the rims like usual, being sure to use Loctite to hold your screws into place. I'm using purple Loctite because that's all they had, but blue Loctite is recommended. Purple Loctite's just a little bit weaker as well. These tyres don't have foams in them and the wheels are vented, and it seems to give me pretty good conformity over the rocks. All done. Looks a bit silly with the small tyres on there, but you can always get bigger tyres for these 1-inch rims. That's not a drama. Let's take it out for another run and see how it goes. Righto, we're out on location. It's a bit different spot, but I think we'll give it a go around on these rocks a bit, and then as we get down there they get a little bit bigger, so we'll travel down there and see how it goes. There's low speed. Click the throttle rate. And there's high speed. There's going steady on high speed and it's actually driving very good. That's the problem with the smaller tyres, it just keeps getting belly bogged. These rocks aren't quite as big as the ones we were at the other day, but it should still tell us whether or not it's going to be top heavy or not. Definitely a lot better conformity with them tyres. Low clearance problem again. As you can see, there's not a lot of ground clearance under the diffs at all. So if you were to put some of these 1-inch rims on it, I would suggest definitely getting bigger tyres for it, which is not a problem. These are some of the smaller tyres that you can get for them rims. So it should be easier to find something that'll fit. Doesn't have any dramas going through grass or anything like that. Maybe longer stuff, but this sort of stuff is perfectly fine for it. Definitely having a low ground clearance issue. I think the battery's finally starting to go flat. I am using the same 500 milliamp hour battery that I used the other day, and that's it right there. Not sure what was going on here, but as I was packing it up I realised that in high range it kept wanting to go in reverse. If I put it down, the weight of the truck would make it stop, but if I picked it back up and hit the trigger again, it would start going in reverse again. Didn't matter whether I'd hit it fast or hit it slow. If I put it into low range, it would stop doing it. Righto, and there's the review, guys. It's definitely worth looking into. Being only $85, it's perfect for a very first RC car into the hobby, or even for your children for a Christmas present. If you didn't mind the content, please hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification, and keep scaling Australia. Catch us next time. What the fuck? Hang on a minute. That's more of a downgrade than an upgrade. Can't leave the fucking video like that. Jesus Christ. Nah, not happy with that. So stripped the bigger wheels off of my deadbolt and chucked them on there, and we're going to take it for another run. I've come back out to my original spot too, because that other spot was just piss poor. Righto, same brass wheels, but bigger tyres. These ones here aren't far off of being the same as the other ones, as the original ones off of it. Definitely giving it a lot better downway gravity with these better tyres on there. Front wheels caught up. That's a lot better. I've got a bit of ground clearance now. Oh, we're going a different way. I know we're not gaining any ground clearance from the original tyres, but that's not really what we're doing here. The reason we're doing it is because there's only very limited amount of wheels that you can get with the 5mm hex, whereas in the 7mm hex range you have countless amounts of tyres and rim options. There is a 7mm hex adapter that you can buy for them, which is a lot easier, but it just means more money, and I had the 7mm plastic hexes laying around, so I may as well have done it. Still having a ground clearance issue, but these tyres still a lot softer than the ones that come on it. These are the super soft compound from Endura, and they do very, very well. Sort of wish the turning radius was a lot better on this, but the throttle control is brilliant. Everything you've seen so far has basically been done in high range. Alright, it'd get up that side, but not this side the other day. Let's see how it goes with the stickier compound tyres. No. Try again. I'd call that a win, and then we just slipped off the side. I'm happy with that, if yous are happy with it. See how it goes with just a bit of trail running, eh? That's a bit funny, I was getting over all them big rocks there and I got stuck on this little thing. I think the trail is where this thing really shines. The ability to just cruise along and look so realistic while doing it. From the suspension to the cab, it's just awesome. Well, I think that's about all I've got to say. I couldn't leave it just having a downgrade rather than an upgrade, so I thought I'd come back out here, show you what it's really got. But if you want to do it right, go out and buy the 7mm hex adapters. If you could see in some pictures, my wheels are wobbling and carrying on because I just didn't get the hexes on right. I didn't melt at center. So that would be one positive about buying your own hex adapters. If not, you can just go for the 5mm hexes. You just don't have as many options with them, tyres or rims, that's all. Anyways, I think that's about it. I'll catch you later. Have a good one and keep scaling Australia.